This Business Newsmakers is brought to you by Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. There's a reason people live here. There's a reason people bank here.
Frank Durafley here, and welcome to this week's Business Newsmakers. I got to sit down with reality star and motorcycle icon Paul Teutul Sr., the founder and CEO of Orange County Choppers here in Orange County, New York. And I asked Paul how this incredible success he has all got started.
I had just put a website up, just a simple website, and Jesse James had done a show on the West Coast, and they asked the producer to find somebody on the East Coast, and as he was looking through sites, he seen a picture of me, and he said, "This guy looks like a bike guy, give him a call." And then the rest was history.
We had an opportunity to reflect back on the early days of what actually got Paul to where he is today because of his passion for welding.
I knew I wanted to do more than just weld things, kind of like building bikes. You start with nothing, and then it develops into a bike. And I think that when I started doing, ornamental work, that was pretty cool. Then you got into the structural part, and you fabricate in your shop, and then the next thing you go out in the field, and it's a complete building, and that's the reward. Actually, I took my retirement money and built bikes in my basement, and I built 4 or 5 bikes down there, and then I brought them to Daytona. And nobody knew who I was, and when the magazines came around, they seen the one particular bike that I had, and they actually put it on the cover of the magazine. It was kind of foreign to me, being that the last thing in the world that I would ever think about was being a celebrity. One time we had 75 different licenses, from Christmas bulbs to doorknobs to car mats, but anything that you saw had OCC on it. We have a restaurant now, and one of the things that we're working hard on is franchising the restaurant.
If you've seen the show American Chopper, the production editing really makes Paul Sr. out to look like a bad guy. And I wondered, what effect might that public perception have on his overall business?
There's that factor about this guy being this real bad guy, and then as you progress, and people get to know you more, and then they realize that you're not a bad guy, and that's like an up and down thing. When I did junior versus senior, everything's in editing, and what they did is they made him look good and me look bad, and it got good ratings. So they continued to do that for 3 or 4 years, and it had an effect on my business because, in perception of the outside world, I looked like a real bad guy, but I had no control over it because they edited the show the way they wanted to. So even if I said something nice, they wouldn't put it in there.
Everyone faces obstacles in their climb toward success, including guys like Paul Sr.
I just celebrated 30 years, and I really drank a lot, and I think that my experience in that is I drank for many years, and I never thought I would get sober. I just really thought that I was going to die that way. And I think at the end I was probably deteriorating, but something happened. I decided to go into a 12-step program, which was not what I wanted to do. And, I learned that a day at a time, if you got through the day without a drink, that was a lot greater than I've ever done, because I drank every day. And then I think that, eventually you develop time, and then you look back and you say, oh man, I got 90 days or whatever it is, and you don't really want to blow that. So that kind of continually helps you to stay sober and drug free. But I don't think that you could make anybody get sober. They need to want it themselves.
And finally, Paul Sr.'s advice to people who are still trying to become what they want to be.
I'm still pretty popular in 160 countries. Anybody that really wants to succeed in whatever they want to, you know, it takes the perseverance, it takes the effort of getting up, it takes the effort of learning things that you have to learn while you're doing that. If you really want it bad enough, then, you know, you just keep taking it to the next level.